Driving is so much contrasting to a person's life. Whenever I'm on the road and stuff, I'm behind the wheel, driving a vehicle. I am pressing the gas. I am measuring the pressure that I put on my gas pedal by the way traffic is flowing or by the speed limit signs. I am prepared to press the brake if I need to. I realize that I have a turn signal, whether I want to turn left or right. I realize I have a horn to warn people that, just to warn people or to alert people of pending danger. I realize that I have windshield wipers to remove any rain, any water, so that I can keep a clear path. I realize that I have mirrors. I have rear view mirrors, so I can glimpse into the past or what's behind me. I have like my left mirror, my right mirror, so I can see all around my vehicle. Which contrasts, so I can see around my life. My car is my vehicle that I am driving to get from one destination to the next destination. So whenever I'm behind the wheel of my car, I am alert. I am aware, although it's not always like consciously aware, but I am subconsciously aware that I have to maneuver this vehicle properly so that I won't cause accidents, so that I won't run out of gas. I have to measure my gas, my fuel. I have to, just measure my maintenance records to make sure that I am preserving my vehicle so that it will be dependable. Okay, now I said all of that to say that I can tell the way that a person's life is whenever I see the way that they drive. And this may sound strange, but I can almost guarantee that if you observe a person's character, if you observe their driving and if you could observe their character, I can almost guarantee that they would probably be on the same sync. Their syncing of the way they drive and the way that they carry on their life will probably be pretty much a match. Okay, say for instance, if a person is driving on the road, they're real distracted, they're going over the lines, coming back, and you might pass them and you look in their car, take a glimpse of them, and they're totally like not paying attention to the fact that they are like going over the lines and almost causing other people to have to wreck, or you're causing other pedestrians or drivers to have to like adjust and adapt beyond measure. It's beyond what they normally would do. Give or take, somebody might stop in front of you to turn. Yeah, you have to slow down. That's just basic road ethics. But whenever somebody is like doing something that's totally not related to driving properly, and you have to make provision for that person, that's probably 9 times out of 10 the character that they exert whenever they are even not driving. You have to like change and keep trying to adjust and adapt to maneuver around them, because that's just the way they think. That you have to understand that that's the way that they think while they're driving. That's the way that they think while they are not driving and while they are living. That's just their personality. So really, the way a person drives, it exemplifies their personality. It exemplifies it. Now, I'm not saying that that's just all the way across the board and people don't have bad days and people don't have, times whenever they might make a mistake. I'm talking about their everyday habit. So if you are like in a parking space And if you're like getting ready to come out of this parking space and it just takes you forever like to back out. Now, I'm not talking about people who are like handicapped in certain areas. I'm talking about the normal, healthy person. If it takes you forever to back out because you're just so distracted and you're not paying attention that somebody else may be waiting on your parking space, or you may have just like started pulling out and you didn't even have the right of way to pull out, but you caused this other car to have to like slam on brakes or to like maneuver and to like swerve to keep from hitting you because you just erroneously thinking that you're going to free flow and mess up the whole flow of everybody else. That is 9 times out of 10 the characteristic that you exert in everyday life. It's 9 times out of 10. If those are your driving habits, then those are your character habits, probably all the way across the board, in your personality, in the way that you even have your social skills. You know, because if you are like lapsed, distracted by your phone while you're driving, you're like talking, and you're not paying attention to what's around you, then you're like that in restaurants. You're like that whenever you're trying to engage, somebody else. Even if you go to a group setting, like say like if I'm out with a lot of women, and I know women like this, they are like so engaged with their telephone. They can be sitting amongst other women or either just one-on-one talking or whatever, and they are just like totally like consumed with their telephone, looking at social media, or like the text coming through, they can't even like wait until their conversation is over. They just have to like look at their phone to see who it is texting them. Now I can see if you have children and they, they're supposed to check in. There are always, things that can like cause an exception to the rule. Well, not always, but there are exceptions to the rule. But if you're just totally like consumed by your phone where you can't even give another person your attention, then that's a problem. You need to fast from your phone for a while. You need to fast. Now back to driving. Whenever you have your rear view mirror to like look and see what's behind you, you don't ever check that. You don't ever check your rear view mirrors. You don't ever check really your side views unless you have to, totally have to, but you're not aware. You're not using these things. Then that's 9 times out of 10 how you are in your personal walk also. You don't check your surroundings. You don't check to make sure that everything that's involved in you, everything that has access to you is even like properly positioned. Okay, everything that has access to you are people there that even shouldn't be. Is there somebody in your left view, that's holding a knife or whatever that you're not even paying attention to, a knife that's going to stab you in your back? You're not even like paying attention to, although those side view mirrors are there for a reason to give you revelation into your surroundings. Do you use your side views? Do you use your side views in your daily walk? Do you use your side views to like detect and see what's around your vehicle, what's around your life? Do you use that? Do you use your windshield wipers whenever it's rain? Or do you just let all the rain saturate where you can't even see? Do you use your windshield wipers in your social life to like clear your vision, keep your vision clear so that you can have a eagle view on what's going on? Do you keep your body maintenance? Do you keep your body maintenance so that you can even like perform with confidence, perform correctly? Do you keep your body maintenance? Do you keep your fuel in your car like on full, half full, or do you run on E all the time? That's important too. Are you so used to just running on E all the time, almost on empty? That's just you all the time. You just running, not taking the time to like pay attention to your fuel levels And then you get on E and you be like, man, I got to stop and get some gas. So you just exert all of your energy. You exert all of your fuel until you like are on E. And then you say, man, I got to stop at the gas station. Then you scramble and trying to get some gas, trying to get some fuel, trying to get some more energy to keep on going. Are you like that socially, where you just go, and you're not concerned with your fuel level? Or do you stay at a comfortable fuel level where you're just like coasting? You know you're all right. You may not be on full, but you sure ain't on empty. You sure ain't near empty. Or do you like to keep your car full? You know, that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? But just don't drive on empty all the time, because you never know when an emergency is going to happen. You might run into a traffic jam where you can't get to a gas station. So socially, you know, and you know, like individually, you may be running on E. You know, you don't have any fuel. Then you come up an emergency. Somebody throw a monkey wrench in your whole program and everything, and you don't even have the energy to even deal with that. Because you're running on E, you're not taking the time to reflect. You're not taking the time to make sure that your energy level is flowing normal. And all it takes is just resting. All it takes is just finding that peaceful spot and stand in that peaceful stand in that peaceful spot and not allowing other people to drain you. Not allowing other people to drain you. Don't allow people to call you all the time and wanting them to drive you around in your vehicle on your dime, with your fuel, with your gas, and they don't give nothing. They just taking your fuel, taking your fuel, taking your fuel, and they not giving a dime. They not giving nothing. Now, I'm not saying that it won't be times whenever you just say, nah, I'm okay. You don't have to contribute. That's fine. You know, I do it all the time, but it's not because I'm on E, and it's not because, you know, I just don't have the heart to ask them for money. If I need for them to give me some gas money, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll take it, but you're gonna have to give me some gas money. You know, or a lot of times I'm just you know, which I don't get this a lot, but I mean, I would just be like, yeah, you know, I can drive around, you know, I'm driving everybody, you know, we good. And I don't ask for fuel. Now, if they say here's $20 to help you out with fuel, I may take it and I may not. So I'm not saying you have to just always ask people for fuel money, but I'm just saying quit allowing moochers, I'll say moochers, those leeches, to continuously deplete you, and they're benefiting, and all you're doing is being depleted. So yeah, just pay attention. You know, whenever I was just out a little while ago, I just noticed, which I've always noticed things about people driving. You know, whenever the light turned green and they're sitting there and they just they're distracted, or they just they're looking, but it's not registering with them to press on the gas. And then guess what? They may take off real quick when the light turned yellow, and then all of the other cars that could have made that light have to suffer because this one person who's in this car right here wasn't paying attention and wasn't going with the flow of what they are doing. You're driving. If you're not driving, then this don't even apply to you. If you're in the passenger seat or in the back seat or whatever, then you good. But that person behind that wheel, who's supposed to be competent enough to pay attention and pull off when they need to pull off, stop when they need to stop, read the signs, go the speed limit, turn on them windshield wipers when they need to, check those rear view mirrors, you know, or whatever. If they are in that driver's seat, they are the ones that are supposed to be actively engaged and present. Engaged and present. So in your life, you are the one that has to be engaged and present. It's not up for that person in that passenger seat or those back seats to monitor and keep you driving, you know, because I don't really like to you know, if somebody is a backseat driver, you know, do this, slow down, bloody, you know, be quiet, just be quiet. You know, now if it's an emergency and they need to do that, then fine, but just don't let that be your everyday default. you're not, you don't have to be a backseat driver. If you're in the backseat, just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. But yeah, so pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. All right. Be engaged in your life and drive your vehicle, maneuver your life like you are the boss, like you are the manager, like you are the CEO, like you are, because that's who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are. So yeah, drive properly. Pay attention. If you're behind that wheel, pay attention, because it's not just about you. You have to like go with a flow so that everybody else can go with that flow. You are supposed to go with the flow, be skillful in driving, and you're supposed to like just go with the flow so everybody else can still benefit and go with the flow. Don't let them like lose out because of your stagnation, because of your lack of being present in the moment. If like I said, if the light turned green, I don't care what you're doing a minute or two later. I don't care. But in that moment, whenever that light turns green, you're supposed to be actively present and see that light turn green and do what you got to do and go on so that other people can go on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I've had these conversations with people before, and it may seem like just like off the top or being, hard or whatever. But guess what? It ain't being hard, and it's not off the top. It's just procedure. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. So yeah, let's get it right. Let's get it right. Contrast your driving. Pay attention to how you drive, and then contrast it with how your life really is. If you like say, nah, let them, they're okay. They're okay. They waited at the light, they're okay. And they caused you to like lose out. But, you're just like, it's okay. That's how you do in life. People causing you to lose out. And you're just like, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. Technically, it's not okay. Yeah, people do it at the light all the time. But is it okay? Am I going to ever be all right with that? I'm not going to ever be all right with that. I don't blow my horn at them no more, because I would blow the horn. Bomb. I'd give them like seconds, maybe about 5 seconds. And then I'll be like, bomb. I'll blow the horn. Then they'll like take off real quick, and then I can sit at the light sometimes and I see people, in a turning lane. I wouldn't be in a turning lane, but they would like be the first person right there. The light be done turned green and they just sitting there. And out of all them cars behind them, nobody blows the horn. Nobody thinks that that's just out of order for them to just like sit there and let that light turn red again or turn yellow and they take off and everybody else didn't have a chance to move. That's just like even at a ATM, if there's an emergency and you need to get money out of the ATM, but then the person who's in front of you, they're just taking their time. And you're on a time limit. They're just taking their time. Now, I ain't talking about just the process of going to the ATM, putting your card in. I'm not talking about the processing time, the normal processing time. I'm just talking about over the top time. They didn't have their money out. If they're making a deposit, they didn't have their money already ready. They don't know where their card is, so they're just like fondling through their pocketbook. Or it's just so many different scenarios of how they can just like throw everybody else off. That is irritating. That is like irritating. So yeah, pay attention to how you maneuver in life. Just pay attention, because it's not all about you. It's about time, and it's about the process, and it's about you doing what you got to do, especially when other people are behind you or other people are involved. Now, some things you can just free flow, ain't nobody else involved. You go to the park, you park your car, you can sit there from the time the park open to the time the park close if you want to, because it ain't nobody but you, okay? But whenever you got people who are like depending on you to maneuver and to go with a flow, make sure that you're going with that proper flow. Make sure that you are going with the proper flow. All right, well, thank you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and pay attention and be present. Be present in your present moments. Be present and do what you're supposed to do in that present moment. And thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.